Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your November 2020 tarot reading. Thank you to those who have liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. As far as personal readings go, I decided to take a break from those probably until early next year. So just wanted to let you guys know. As far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic Cross spread as always, and I also pulled a couple of Oracle cards and a Mudra card for you guys. But we'll get started with the main spread first. Main situation position, you had a few cards come up. We have the Knight of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy, the Two of Cups, which is Cancer energy, and the Page of Swords, which is just general air energy. So the first thing that came to mind when I saw these cards was I'm thinking that this represents someone's going to be coming in toward you, most likely with a love offer, and it's going to totally catch you off guard. So, I mean, where Mercury retrograde just started at the time I'm recording this pretty much, so it's definitely a possibility that it could just be someone from your past coming back around. But regardless of who it is, I feel like it's definitely going to catch you off guard. Could be someone from a distance, because I usually think of the travel energy with this card. Could be someone from a distance or just someone from your past you haven't heard from a while. And like I said, it looks like they're definitely going to be making an offer to you. And it seems like it might just catch you off guard a little bit. You know, I'm not seeing that you're viewing it negatively at all. Just it seems like it would just surprise you guys. Another way this could be playing out as well, though, because Sagittarius energy just represents partnerships for you guys in general, being your opposite sign. And given that Cancer is your second house of finances, it could also be an offer around finances that come into you quickly. And either way, I still see this representing your energy and being a bit caught off guard by the offer. In the challenger obstacle position, we have the Six of Pentacles. So I can see this playing out a few different ways. This is Taurus energy for one, which is your 12th house, but can see this saying that this coming up in the challenge position could just be saying that you might be a bit doubtful that the connection will remain balanced. So, for example, maybe it's just that one of those things where it's like an all or nothing type deal where either you feel like you're the one putting in all the effort and they're putting in none, or vice versa. So you're like, yeah, I don't know if this could really work. That's one way it could be playing out. But it could just be saying that this is a challenge because maybe it's just been that long. So, again, if they're coming back in, and it's been a long time since you've heard from them, that could be where the challenge is coming from. Like, okay, I wasn't expecting this to come back around. And if it's finances, could just be saying that, there could be a little bit of hesitancy on your part. Again, given that Taurus is your 12th house, so you might feel like, oh, I don't know if I can really trust this, So that could be what's at play there. But it does look, overall, looking at the spread, it does look like there's positive intentions around this offer, whether it is finances or love. So it's a good thing. In the foundation position, we have the Five of Pentacles, so more Taurus energy here. And this actually is the first 10 degrees of Taurus, and that's where that full moon at the very end of October is going to be. So it could just be saying that coming into November, you guys might have been in that energy. And, this is often referred to as the being left out in the cold energy. But of course, I always point out that the two people are together in the card too. So it can't just be one of those things where maybe you guys have just been having a rough stretch together, and now you guys could just be, there could be a sudden improvement. Maybe the spark will be back in the connection with that Knight of Wands energy. But it just seems like it'd be a bit of a surprise to you. And for some of you, if there were some financial difficulties as well, that Six of Pentacles being there could just be saying that, this might have been just the boost that you needed, So again, like I said, where it just seems to catch you off guard, you could be like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. In the past position, we have the Three of Wands reversed and the Three of Cups reversed. So this is actually Aries energy here, represents the middle 10 degrees of Aries. And this is Cancer energy, which again is your second house. So second Cancer energy we've seen so far. And with the Aries energy here, this is actually interesting to me because this is where Mars will start to move direct again in November, so could be some significance to that. But with these both coming up in reverse, the main thing that I see here is it looks like you might have given up hope on the situation because the Three of Wands energy in the upright represents waiting for your ships to come in. Feeling like, okay, I put in a certain amount of work, now it's time to reap the rewards, right? And with the Three of Cups in the upright, usually it's a celebratory energy. Usually it's connecting with people from your past as well. It can be friendships, so it doesn't have to necessarily be romance. So it looks like there was some kind of situation that you've just given up hope on in the past, and that could be exactly why, if it does come back around now, that's why it could be catching you off guard, you know. In the present position, we have the Ten of Cups. Now, I do have to be honest with you, just getting the overall vibe of the reading, I don't necessarily see this as you're here right now. But again, like I said, I am recording this in mid-October pretty much, so maybe by the time we officially are in November, given that this would represent the present energy for November, you could be in that energy by then. So, for example, maybe it's even during that Taurus full moon that someone comes back around to fix things with you. I mean, it is going to be conjunct Uranus, which could definitely bring sudden, unexpected communication. So there's that. But another thing, too, again, I could see this, again, playing both ways, where, yes, it's going to be relationships for quite a few of you, but it could definitely be around finances as well, because this Pisces energy represents your 10th house of career and social status. So, again, it looks like a definite improvement on your situation. I mean, if we just look at the Five of Pentacles in the foundation, and then we see this in the present, we see a clear, you know, juxtaposition with those two energies. So, looks like a lightening of the mood. But yeah, looks like just happy reconnection with someone or something if it's around finances. Near future position, we have the Devil. So this is Capricorn energy, which for you guys is your 8th house. And, you know, that Scorpio energy technically for you guys is your 6th house, but Scorpio is the natural ruler of the 8th, so it could be that retrograde cycle that brings some of this energy about. But for some of you, this could just say that there could be a lot of passion and sexuality around this connection if it is an actual romantic connection that comes back around. The only cautionary thing I would say really is if this is around finances, given that this represents the 8th house. Let's say, like I said, maybe you're going through a bit of financial difficulty, right? And let's say someone offers you some loan out of the blue or something like that, right? Just make sure you read the fine print, because it could be one of those things. This is just a super generic example. Let's say you needed a loan for something, and all of a sudden you see this offer. It's amazing. It's like, oh, 0% APR for the first year or something like that. But then, like in year 2, it goes up to like a 30% crazy interest rate or something like that. You know what I mean? So as long as you're confident you could pay it off within that first year, yeah, then it is a great deal. But if not, you know, it could be one of those things that keeps you bound to it for a long time, you know. And if this is a romantic connection, feels like you guys definitely had some unfinished business with each other, so that could be what's bringing this back around. It can, yes, I definitely see this as a karmic type energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing depending on the cards around it. So I do see this as potential that, yeah, maybe you guys have had some negative patterns together, or even apart. Just in general, you might have both had your negative patterns. But it does look like this could turn out in a positive way from what I'm seeing overall. Speaking of positive and your influence on the situation, we have the Sun and the Ace of Cups. So, especially if this is someone coming back around to you, I do have to say, and like there could be some hesitancy on your part with that Page of Swords energy. And like I said, I was picking up on the vibe more that it just would catch you off guard as opposed to you being opposed to the idea, primarily. So with the Sun here and the Ace of Cups, I feel like this is saying that you're being encouraged at the very least to just be more open and playful about it. And ultimately, it does look like you will open up to the idea of actually reconnecting with the person. For some of you, this could represent you making the offer. The primary reason I figured it was someone making an offer to you, though, is because we saw the Wand energy, the Cups, and then the Swords energy being your element. So it felt more like someone coming toward you with an offer. But certainly for some of you, it could be the other way around. I wouldn't rule that out. Either way, it looks like you're in a really light, playful energy this month, which could help bring more things your way as well. So there's that. So it could just be saying energetically you draw it in by being a bit more light and playful this month. All right, in the environment position, we have the Five of Wands and the Four of Wands. So, on the surface you'd see, all right, maybe this is a bit of a negative sign, right? The Five of Wands energy. And then the Four, even if you look at that as, oh, I'm going down from a 5 to a 4, but really, the way I see this, what I see this symbolizing, I should say, is the fact that it looks like it's saying that there might have been some conflict between the two of you, maybe even just ego battles, so it could have been like a Cold War you guys were going through for a bit of time for whatever reason. And with the Four of Wands here, it looks like it's actually saying it's restoring that stability. So definitely looks like a positive combination here. If it were the 4 to the 5 on the other hand, I'd feel a little bit differently. Like, okay, yeah, things might start out really great, and then you guys might, devolve into foolishness. But seeing it come out in the order it did, I feel like it's more like, okay, even if you guys did have some kind of tension between the two of you in the past, and even then, I don't think it was necessarily anything too serious. But it looks like it's just saying that you will actually add that stability, a bit of a celebratory energy, right? Where we saw the Three of Cups in the reverse in the past, saying that you might have given up on that idea of celebratory energy. Now we're seeing that Ten of Wands in the present, and then the Four of Wands here in the environment. So looks like a pretty positive turnaround. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to assume this is a hope for most of you. And again, we do see Capricorn energy with this card. So that's the second time we've seen that now. So it could just be saying that you're hoping for some stability with the connection, right? For those of you, again, if it's a financial thing too, same thing, right? It looks like you're hoping for this to just turn out to be something stable, long-standing. And, with the fact that we have that Saturn energy wrapping up its transit through your 8th house, that definitely seems like it fits that scenario as well, where, you might have just been feeling pressured in those areas and felt like things were really just dragging for you. Now, as it finally starts to move into Aquarius starting around mid to late December, you might finally feel like the rewards come in from that transit. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Two of Wands, which is Aries energy again, and the Page of Wands. So, interesting energy here. This usually, similar to how the Page of Swords doesn't represent a particular sign for the air sign, same here with the Wand energy. But seeing the Two of Wands and then moving on to the Page of Wands could just be saying, for one, that you guys actually, like I said, if this is just around you possibly hesitating when the offer initially comes in, because like I said, that Page of Wands looks like the offer might have totally caught you off guard. With these two cards in the outcome, it could just be saying that after you think it over for a bit, you do decide to take action toward the connection. So that's one way of looking at it. Another way could just be saying that, this is a fresh start for you guys and maybe just taking a different approach this time around too, where, you are letting more passion take place in the connection. So, maybe you guys just might have been bogged down by just overthinking things because given that Taurus energy for you guys, like I said, is your 12th house and you do have that Uranus transit going through there, it might have been one of those things where you might have overthought a situation so much that it really might have stagnated the connection for a while. And now with you just coming toward it with a bit more of a passionate energy, which we clearly see with the Devil energy there as well, could just be saying that that gets that movement that you were hoping for all along. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Cups, which is more Cancer energy. So we've seen Cancer energy quite a few times. So for some of you, it could definitely be around finances since that's your second house of finances. But here it could just be pointing to, maybe for a while you were at the edge there, because she's right on the edge of the water. So maybe you've been on the edge as far as opening up emotionally goes, and now you might just finally get there this month with the energies at play. All right, moving on to the Oracle cards. First we have Soulmates. There's the artwork, and the number is 41. Okay, it says harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. The Oracle's message: you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal exchange, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. So, I mean, definitely, like I said, with that Knight of Wands energy, for a lot of you, I feel like this is someone coming back in from your past. But quite frankly, it can be someone new too, and maybe just their energy, which maybe kind of sparks in you the ability to open up more and be more light and playful. Could be what the situation's about too, but either way, it could just be saying that if it is someone new, they catch you off guard with the energy that they approach toward the connection. All right, the relationship message says consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so you will finally claim who you are meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate, come to guide you home to the real you. So that last sentence, to come to guide you home to the real you, again, almost makes me think of that sun energy that we were seeing there, where, if we think about that sun energy, it looks like that purity type vibe, right? So it could just be saying, like I said, especially if you guys are just going through some rough energies with that Five of Pentacles in the foundation, could just be saying that through this connection, you reconnect to your light, playful energies that you naturally have. All right, the prosperity message says strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey you will share with others. Mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends, and strangers open doors for you and step through the portal to join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration, commitment, and co-creation. This is what you've been waiting for. So yeah, like I said, for some of you, I definitely did pick up on a financial vibe as well. And that could be even what that's pointing to in the environment position as far as the Five of Wands. Leo energy representing your house communication, and then that Four of Wands representing your 11th house of groups, friendships. So definitely looks like there's some positivity there. Hopefully that resonated with you guys. All right. And you actually got two cards that came up from the second Oracle deck. First one we have is Peacock Spirit. It says, let it shine. There's the artwork, and the number is 46. So naturally that makes me think of the sun energy, just, from the message alone, but we'll see what it actually says in the book. Okay, it says, when is the last time you shook a tail feather and shined your light for all to see? Within each of us is a peacock spirit yearning for expression, and you are called now to show the world the gorgeous creature you are, for you are a manifestation of spirit. Come out from the shadows, Peacock Spirit says, and show your true colors so that others may be inspired to express their own exquisiteness. Dance as if you remember that you are made of stardust and grace, filled with life force energy and sparkling light. You are a channel for divine love, and your dance is one of a kind. Catch the light and help it to shimmer and dance in celebration of your good fortune of being right here, right now. Spirit wants you to be joyful so that others may get up and dance along with you. So yeah, definitely pretty positive energy there. And, again, I'm feeling that energy of the sun card, like I said, that we're seeing. And like I was saying for some of you at one point, I mentioned how just sometimes reconnecting to this energy can bring new love into your life, new connections. So could definitely be some positivity there. But yeah, for like I said, for the majority of you, I feel like this is someone from your past coming back around. But either way, that's good energy to be in, regardless. And of course, that Ten of Cups energy could point to that as well. All right, the next card we have is Flamingo Spirit. It says, embrace the in-between. There's the artwork, and the number is 26. Alright. It says, balance comes easily to Flamingo Spirit, who sees what was and what will be, and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. You can be informed by what came before and plan for a future yet to be, but do not resist Flamingo Spirit's call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens. With one foot in the life you are moving away from, and one in the future as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions, you must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. The presence of Flamingo Spirit is also a sign that your creativity is arising within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with new plans. You can trust this moment and yourself as you take in what you are and become aware of all that you are experiencing in this in-between time. So, I do have to say, when it was mentioning creativity, that's another indicator of what the Sun card could be pointing to for you guys as well. So you might just get some new ideas, for example, with that Ace of Cups underneath this. And, maybe that gets you some exposure in some way. So, for example, maybe you just release something online and it gets really popular and you weren't expecting it. That's just one random example, but hopefully that resonated with you guys as well. And finally, we have a Mudra card. So the Mudra you guys have got for this month is the Kapittha Mudra. There it is there. Keyword for it is creativity. Alright, and there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot. But under benefits, it says can be used as a tool for sexual healing, releasing guilt and shame around sexuality, increases sensitivity and receptivity, stimulates healthy libido, opens the connection between the pelvis and heart, expands feelings of devotion and loving kindness. So, we were just speaking about that 8th house transit you guys have been going through, that Saturn energy, which could be pretty rough. So, this sounds like it could help with that, if that is something that you needed some help with releasing, and then that could be what the devil and then seeing the sun energy is about. So if that mudra sounds like something that would be helpful for you guys, I will put the name of the mudra in the description video as always. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.